Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This evening, the Wednesday evening, we will be reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna and English page 828. Let us begin. Tabo kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriritam kalmashapaham sravana mangalam srimadatatam bhubi grinanti e bhurida janaha. Now, we were the last Wednesday when we were studying this Panchama Veda, we heard from Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, learned from him the technique to live in the world. This is a unique way he mentioned that, the technique. What is that technique? Shiva Pantha, he said, the live in the world after the awakening of their spiritual consciousness. He is asking the people to live in the world, not to give up the world, live in the world, but after awakening the spiritual consciousness. Cultivate knowledge and devotion together. So, last time we discussed about that, and this is in the Bhagavata we find it is called Shiva Pantha. Kapila Muni, he is mentioning this to his mother. He said, I will teach you the Shiva Pantha, clubbing the knowledge and the devotion together. The knowledge about God, knowledge about the goal, knowledge about the result of realization of God. If we don't know all this, then only with emotion, if we are thinking that we are going to realize God, then not only we harm ourselves, we harm the society too. Because a wrong conception, misconception is always there. Most of the people, they self-hypnotize themselves. They think that they have realized God, they think that they have heard God's voice or saw the images of God. That is all imagination. There is no transformation. If someone has reached that highest knowledge, and sometimes we receive the letters, the people, they say that they have already awakened the Kulakundalini and they reach to the point of the highest petal, that Sahasrara. Now, what we should do? The moment you are asking this question, after reaching on that, if you think that you have already raised the primal power up on that the topmost point, then this question will never can arise. You have solved the problem, you know the result. So, sometimes we make the mistake. Then again they are searching for the guru, sometimes these are the things. So, we can understand there are some mistakes. So, knowledge is necessary. So, we will understand what actually we are going to receive after practicing the spirituality. What transformation is coming, as Ma Sharadamani Devi time again she said that, are you going to grow horn as because you are practicing spirituality and you are developing spirituality, does it mean you will grow horn on your head? No. The transformation will come in your thought, in your behavior, in your action. Then only you will know. You need not to ask anyone that you have realized God. So, this is knowledge and devotion together. And what is the spiritual consciousness? Realizing the temporariness of this world and live here as a guest. That is spiritual consciousness. Again and again in different way and different places, different times to different people, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna mentioned that they live like a guest, and sometimes as you are in so many different examples that he has given. So, when you are living like a guest while keeping the mind fixed on the eternal, that is the best path. So, now today, this evening we are going to learn the fulfill your worldly duties and also think of God. Friends, those who have studied the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna or those who are hearing, you know that in the beginning, almost in the beginning of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and he mentioned the God realization is the goal of human life, and that is the ultimate goal. Then time and again he is mentioning and giving the instructions. He never ever said that you have to leave the world. That was a conception that when the Buddha said this world is full of misery, and many of the people, they left the world, they came out of the household and not knowing what actually they are going to do and what they are going to achieve. There is a lot of confusion about that. Many people, they think the moment we leave the hearth and home and we will realize God, or we go to a secluded place or in a cave and live like this and we will realize God. It's nothing like that. It's the clear understanding. When you are clearly understanding a truth and then you are surviving, living in this world, that is called the spiritual life. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is so clear about it. What is the understanding? This world is temporary. And do we have to have someone to tell us this? Every moment, at least the grown-up people, all of us, we know that it is all temporary. When we were children, we had our different schools and the friends and the environment and the sisters and brothers. We are all growing up together, our neighbors. Now at this age, where are they? Many of them have passed away. We don't know many about where they are. All the schoolmates, all our school friends, where are they? Only one or two maybe will be knowing. They are in the old age, now they are this and that. So everything is changing and changing every moment. Even then, if we think that this is permanent and I am going to achieve something permanent out of this completely temporary thing, that is called worldly mindedness. And that is a great mistake that we always do. We are trying to get something which is not possible at all. When we know that this is a completely temporary thing, but we have come over here, and some days we will be here. Let us, in whatever comfortable way we can live, we have to live. Why every day we cry, or do something wrong? It is not necessary. So Sri Ramakrishna's advice is so practical. You need not to leave the hearth and home. Of course, if you feel the call that I must go, renounce this world, embrace the life of spirituality, you are most welcome. That is exactly what the Shankaracharya also said, that you can embrace the monastic life. You can obviously, you can come out. But if you are really thinking, but suppose you have some ideas to do something, develop something, work in some way, no problem. Those who have studied the Isha Upanishad, it says, Ishavashamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita ma grida kasyasi dhanam. This whole world is nothing but the consciousness, is saturated with the consciousness, and why you are caring for all this? Kasyachit dhanam. But suppose you like to enjoy the karma, you can do, why not? In the next verse itself it gives. It is dependent according to the mental temperament and attitude. Well, you like to live in the world? Of course you should live. And don't think that you are committing sin, nothing at all. How you should live, that is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, 44th chapter, he is very clearly mentioning. I ask people to live in the world after the awakening of the spiritual consciousness. And then he is going on, we were studying over here the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. he is mentioning that the Dijo's father, master, that means Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, is smiling. I know why you scold your children. You only threaten them. The brahmachari said to the snake, "You are a fool indeed. I forbade you to bite but not to hiss. Your enemies would not have bitten you if only you had hissed at them. Your scolding to the children is really a hissing." The Dija's father smiles. We know that Dija, that young boy who used to come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to like him so much. Now his father was not liking, so naturally the young boy, he was hesitant to come to Sri Ramakrishna. Now today his father has come. So Sri Ramakrishna is talking with the father, and look how wonderfully the Sri Ramakrishna is talking with him. As a father, of course you are supposed to look after them, and for their betterment you should scold them, guide them. But your scolding is not hurting them, it's just like the hissing. Then he mentioned about the story, and many of you know, those who have read this, that the brahmachari, he met a snake who is to bite, and people were afraid. Then the brahmachari met the snake and told, you should not do like that. But after 1 year, when he was coming back, he wanted to meet the snake. He found, oh my God, he is almost about to die. What happened to you? You asked me to give away all the enmity. I gave away. These children, they don't understand, so they are throwing stones, and sometimes they will be hurling me and throwing afar, and like that, and I have broken my bones, but I don't, it's nothing, no matter. Then Sri Ramakrishna is giving through that snake, you must hiss. How to live in the world? You must hiss. We are not going to bite. We are not going to create problem or kill someone. But we must show to the people that we have that power. I can stop you. I can harm you. Though this moment I am not doing it. So that you are safe from them. There will be bad people. There will be good and bad. That is the world. So, Satti, Anriti, Mrithuni, Kritve. There is the truth is also there, untruth is also there, good is there, and bad is also there. That is the mixture. That the way it has been created. So it will be there. And we are living into that. As long as we are surviving, we should survive in that way that people are not coming to unnecessarily hurt us or do any damage to our lifestyle. That you must do. So this he is giving the teaching. At the same time, he is telling you are doing that because you love your children. If your children visit this place, they will be able to know what you really are. This is Sri Ramakrishna, great psychologist. He knew how to pacify the father. Father is having a doubt, and naturally every father will have, the parents will have that. If someone is going to be a holy person and they won't attain to the duties of the world, they will won't study properly, what will happen to their future? And this person, we do not know actually what they are doing. The doubt is also there. So in that situation, Sri Ramakrishna is slowly removing the doubts from the mind of the father. Why? Because he wants to guide that boy, the Dija, who was having a lot of good qualities from the past birth. We have read, he is mentioning in his past life, he must have done something good. And that's why he has the liking for this place, that means Sri Ramakrishna. Majority of the people, and we can say most of the people, that they will like the world. Why? Because the 5 things are there, which is really very attractive. And God has given us, the nature has given us the 5 sense organs also to go out and enjoy that. The eye goes and enjoy the rupa, the form. Similarly, the smell, the words, the touch, the taste, this is already there. So naturally they are provoking, and we are also going out and we are also enjoying. That is very, very natural. Then the teacher will come and say, can you control those things? If you can, you will get that which you are actually wanting. That is the peace, the happiness, the bliss, the joy. Can you control your sense organs? There begins the journey of the spirituality. Now, these are in the automatically going out, because the nature is made in that way. And in one of the Upanishads is also mentioned in that, as if the father had asked his children to go out of his house, and they have gone out. All the sense organs are going out and engaging themselves in and entertaining themselves, and then mind is mad, because so many varieties of informations are coming. What the mind will do? Shankaracharya, very wonderfully in a poetical way, he is mentioning, look at all these animals and birds and the insects. They are having only one weakness, and for that only they are dying. But oh, what the man will do? He is having all the 5 weaknesses. And obviously it is a terrible condition. And suppose someone, he thinks that he will stand aside from the flow that is going on, and he will start a backward journey, and he will go back to the source. That is really very difficult. But the spiritual teacher, they will appreciate it. They will encourage them. They will guide them. So the avatar, the God, is coming into human form, manifesting in human form only for that. So when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself in Sri Ramakrishna form, he noticed some of the young minds are like that, he wants to protect them, he wants to guide them, he wants to give them the right course. But there are others. A relation is a father. In reality, what is the father and mother? In Shankaracharya, in his one of the beautiful the words, many of the people, they will be singing, but they don't understand the meaning of it. Whatever, I don't have father, I don't have mother, I don't have friends, I don't have anyone. Not even all these organs, sense organs, it is not, I am not having that. I am only the Shiva, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am the auspiciousness. Friends, we chant mantra, we read, but do we truly understand what is auspiciousness? We think something very pure and very wonderful fragrance of the smell of incense sticks, oh, that is very pure. A beautiful flower and sunset, sunrise, we think, oh, that is very auspicious. Nothing like that. They are good, they give us comfort. But auspiciousness is nothing but pure love. And you see nothing but oneness. Whom I love most, whom you love most, think of it. Go and stand before a mirror, you will find the answer. That is our object of love. We love ourselves most. That's why when a mother is, suppose there is a flood, mother is trying to protect the children, but when the ultimate time will come, God forbid, the mother will also let loose the children and try to save herself. So that is natural. There is no other way. So this is the most love that we. But what is this we? What this I am? Is this body? Again, it cannot be. Body is changing. Mind is changing. Thoughts are changing. All these environments are changing. As I was mentioning, when I was a young boy, I was somewhere else with some other people in different atmosphere, different environment. Nothing is now here. but still I am here, still I am surviving. So things are changing constantly. If we understand that and then live in that, how? Like a guest. Guests are always happy. They are adjusting with the whatever the situation. In their homes they are a little different, but here it's okay, no problem. So they are adjusting, they are happy, they are trying to enjoy their stay. Similarly, we should also have. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is teaching, fulfill your worldly duties. He is coming to that. If your children visit this place, they will be able to know what you really are. How precious one's father is. If a person deceives his father and mother in order to seek religion, he gets only worthless trashes. Very clear. So we are not doing anything that will hurt my father and mother, but sometimes father and mother should also understand. Friends, sometimes, from our personal experience, we can say, when my mother, she was crying, naturally the mother will ask the son to go to sannyasa. Very few, one or two, Madalasa was there in the olden days. But when the mother was crying, I wrote to her, if you want me to go back to the world, I will go back, but I am sure I am not going to be happy. You know what my mother wrote? She wrote, as a mother, my only concern that my children should be happy wherever they are. If you feel at the feet of the God, serving God, you will be happy. All my blessings are with you. Mother should be like this. Oh no, you are my child, you should serve me. At the old age, who is going to be with me? That is sometimes mothers are also there. But for that type of mother, they will ruin the life of a religious person. So they should understand it. When the son is also understanding the father is nothing but the manifestation of the God. Why? Why we say in our Shastra it mentions Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, just because they gave us birth? No, sir, nothing like that. It is because of their love and sacrifice. God is nothing but love and sacrifice. Now look at the sacrifice of the mother. Look at the love of mother. Look at the sacrifice and love of the father. If they are not God, then who he is? So obviously we have to understand that in this life, in this worldly life, they love me most. They care for me most. And they have sacrificed so many things for me only. I should consider them as God. That's why they say, Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. So Acharya also sacrificing, and he is transmitting his knowledge to us. So this is the way, if we can understand the yardstick of how to explain God. But the yardstick says it is love and unselfishness. So by that way, Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, you should not deceive your father or mother. And you are thinking that by that way you will realize God? No. Tell them plain way, I am going to do like this. We have the monk, he joined along with us. Still, he is a very famous now in Ramakrishna order. He was the only child, was the only son. And before he joined, and then his father passed away. And you can understand, the only mother, and just she became widow, what will happen? Then Lemont, the Swamis, they told, you better go and talk to your mother, be with, at least for some days with your mother, and comfort her, then come back. He went back. He was with his mother, and he was a very educated person. He could get a job. But he said, Mother, whatever the money that you are having is sufficient for you. and there will be some other relatives who will be looking after you. Allow me to go and become a monk. You know, that mother, after almost 1 year, the same mother, brought the son and gave it to the President Maharaj. Now, here, my son, make him a very good monk. So these are the mothers, these are the parents, they are really divine. They are sacrificing even at the last time. There is no selfishness. Oh, no, my son, you should be here. At least let me die, then you go. Sometimes some mothers, they say, and no, not like that. So the mother is goddess, father is God, because of their love, because of their sacrifice. The children should understand this. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning this thing, that when the children are coming to me, they will learn this thing. So don't worry about it. Then a man is born with several debts. The debts to his father and the devas and the rishis. Beside there is his debt to his mother and also to his wife. She must be supported. If the wife is chaste, the husband must provide for her after his death. I could not live in Vrindavan on account of my mother. When I remember that my mother was living in the temple garden here at Dakshineshwar, I could not feel peaceful at Vrindavan. Sri Ramakrishna is giving his own example. So it doesn't mean that we have to go back to the home to take care of the mother. You know, if we really believe in the existence of God, God will take care of mother. God will take care of my father. I have dedicated my life, my body, my mind, my soul, my energy, everything for the service of God. And do you think God won't give anything? God will give punishment to my mother? It can never be. I never heard even a single incident about this. Never. If the genuineness is there and for God realization, no, for sure, the God will take care of the parents. For sure. Somebody or other will come forward. They will take care of the parents. I have seen so many incidences. And now I heard that our Ramakrishna Mission headquarters, Belur Math, they have made, I don't know whether they have announced it or not, but in practice they are doing in this way, that if the parents are feeling lonely and their only son has become monk of the Ramakrishna order, then the parents can come and stay in one of our ashrama. In Barisha, there is an ashrama, and that doctors will be there, they will take care of them. Maybe they will take some money if they can provide, or it is okay. There will be temple and there will be other people. But you should have that temperament also. When you are getting up in the morning, there will be morning prayer. You like to go and attend that prayer. If you don't do that, then it will be a drudgery, it will be a problem living in the ashrama atmosphere for you and for the monks also who are looking after you there. So this is of course the practical thing we have to understand, but the God will take care of them and those children whose children have sacrificed for the God realization. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna saying this, he is mentioning, I ask people to live in the world and at the same time fix their minds on God. Now he is taking our mind, fulfill your worldly duties and also think of God. A great statement, friends. It's a great statement. I don't ask them to give up the world. I say, fulfill your worldly duties and also think of God. In quotation, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself said this. And this is a great statement. Fulfill your worldly duties. Most of the religions, then they will be saying, no, don't be there. That is all the cause of bondage. Don't do this. But here we find again that pure, pristine religion that was taught by Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Very clear. We mixed it up. And majority, and I don't know why, not understanding clearly what does it mean, they try to explain it or try to live in that way and get confused and make people confused also with their explanations. This is very clear. World is temporary. No one is saying, neither the Krishna nor Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. None of them, no one will say the world is permanent. Never will they will say. It is temporary. The world is temporary, but as long as we are living in this world, as long as the body is there, the relations are there, I have to perform some duties, and how I will perform that duty. Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, fulfill your worldly duties. And nowadays most of the people, they talk about that what I should get, never think what they should give, the duties and responsibilities. But worldly. Why he is mentioning worldly? Because it is temporary. But you have to perform. As a son, you must do these. As a father, you must do these. A mother, you must do these. As a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, you have your all the stipulated duties. Whatever the responsibility that you have taken, you must perform that without hesitation. That's why we find in the Bhagavad Gita the Lord Krishna. He is asking, when the Arjuna is telling, oh, we don't need this, only to rule a small place of the earth. Shall we kill so many people, Krishna? Krishna says, of course, you must. Because as a Kshatriya, this is your duty. If you are not punishing the cruel people, the people who are creating problem for others in their lives, then the message will go to the world, oh, you can live in this way, no one is there to stop you. You must perform, and that is your duty. In the Bhagavad Gita, very clearly the Lord Krishna has mentioned Swadharma. Swadharme nidhanam sreya paradharma bhayavaha. And what is the sadharma? The responsibility that I have accepted, that is my sadharma. My temperament, my nature, my likings, my feeling, and I think this is the work that I should do, that is your sadharma. You have accepted that. Once you have accepted that, committed to that, you must be performing that diligently, and so that complete the duty that you perform, and you know that I have done my duty, and as worship. So that last word, as worship, so that is very important, that fulfill your worldly duties and think of God as worship. I am doing this for you, O God. This is the secret, that everyone, if they can understand this, sometimes the people, they say, the Hinduism always teaches non-action. Non-action, of course, non-action for those who have reached to that height. Them, non-action. Ahimsa, for those who has reached to that height of their sadhana. They are feeling, no, I should not do anything. I should sit under a fruit-bearing tree, and if the fruit fall from there, then only I will pick it up and eat. Otherwise, I don't like to live at all. For this life, no, I am not going to harm anyone. And suppose you impose this thing on everyone. Is this religion? So, sadharma is a great word, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. And when he says that Mam anusmara yuddhacha, that is also the beautiful way he is mentioning in the Bhagavad Gita, Mam anusmara yuddhacha. I was reading the Bhagavat, and in the Bhagavat, I came to that chapter where they are giving the description the Bhishma, Devabrata Bhishma, he is giving away the body, he will be dying within a day or two, and he wanted to see his God, the Krishna. He knew Krishna is his God. He was a worshipper of Lord Vishnu. And Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. Krishna is that Vishnu. So obviously he wanted to look at his God and then give up his body. And Bhagavan, the Lord, he understood it. A doubt came in the mind of Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira started thinking, have I done really right thing, good thing? Killing so many people, making so many hundreds of children orphans, women, widows. Have I done the righteous thing? Then he wanted to know the answer. He was uttering this question in front of Krishna, but never expected the reply from Krishna, because he was thinking Krishna won't be able to give the answer because Krishna was involved in it. He was also in that, in the planning and the war and everything. The Lord Krishna suggested, why don't you go to your grandfather, the Bhishma? He is still alive. You all can go and listen to him. So this is the greatness of the Lord himself. Lord, God himself. Then look at it. He could give the answer, solve the problem of the Yudhishthira, but he didn't say no. He was rather going to give the respect of his own disciple, the devotee, Devabrata Bhishma. So all these people, they went over there, and then they asked the question. Many of you know, you are interested, you can read that part of the Bhagavata. And there the Bhishma is giving the reply to that question. And then afterwards, he said, well, enough is enough. Now I like to withdraw my mind. I like to give up my body. They are all around. The Bhagavan Krishna and the Yudhishthira, Panchapandava, their relatives, and also the rishis, all they came to listen to the Devabrata Bhishma. He was lying on the bed of arrows. And from there, he was not feeling at all pain. He was looking at the Krishna and he was telling, look at it, Yudhishthira. You asked this question to me, and for that you have come all the way with all these people. But Krishna, the God from whom I am learning, could you not ask him? Could he not give that reply? But he didn't do it, for two reasons. First, to give me the respect in this world. Those who are the devotee of God will always get the respect. God will arrange to give that. And not only that, I was thinking that I should give up the body while looking at my God. So he has come and standing this way so that I can see him and give up my body. Do you know, Yudhishthir, when I was in the war, I was shooting the arrow towards Arjuna, which was sometime passing very close to the Krishna, when the Krishna's eyes was flashing because of the surprise. The arrow just passed through, and naturally he was driving the horses, were controlling the horses. He saw the arrow pass through and his eyes flashed. I was fighting. I was looking at my God, his beautiful eyes. I was meditating and fighting. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. It is not Arjuna. I don't know whether Arjuna did it or not, but there is no mention. But Bhishma did it. Anusmara, he was going on remembering God and he was fighting. And beautiful way in different slokas he is mentioning when the Krishna was driving and his long hair was flowing in the air, and sometimes the dust of the was falling on it, and it was glittering on the sunlight. Oh, the beauty of my God. I used to look at that beauty, I used to meditate on that, and I used to fight. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. Remember me and fight. Friends, when we are, this is Bhishma's, that work was terrible in the war field. Even then, every moment, he didn't forget his God. He was looking at that God who is trying to kill him, asking Arjuna to shoot at him. But he is meditating on that God because he knew this temporary body is supposed to go. Now the time has come. That's why the God is arranging, and he is giving the call, give away the body and come back to me. There is a beautiful utterings of Swami Vivekananda. In Bengali he wrote, Jai Prabhu Jai. I am coming, my master, I am coming to you. Jai Prabhu Jai. I have done my duties, now I have to go back. The call comes. Are you all ready? So we have to prepare ourselves in that way. We should perform whatever the duties have been given on us very perfectly, clearly, and at the same time, every moment, every step, we should remember the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and beautiful picture of Sri Ramakrishna Ma Sharadamani Devi, constantly remembering them. We should work. Whether people are clapping or not, whether two, three, they are criticizing, don't bother about that. Everything will change. So many things happened in this world, so many people, they got the praising and all that, where it goes. Nothing remains. The only thing is permanent is the God realization. So fix your mind on that and you move. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. So karma. And in our scripture, in the Hindu scripture, they say there are 3 types of karma. Very analytical. Hinduism is very analytical. Sometimes when the Hindus, they come, they talk and they say, oh, we should do this, we should do that. I feel, where those Hindus have gone? Now we have to protest like this, we have to drive them out. Is this Hinduism? Why we are making so narrow approach? Anyway, the God knows the best. But Hinduism is an excellent explaining everything. They will never say do it. They will say understand it. Understand it, practice it, realize it and transform yourself. That is Hinduism. It's not that I forcefully giving you or converting yourself and then 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. We have lot of members, we have converted so many. Ask them, hey, I have converted you into this religion. Do you know that? What is that? They won't understand anything. I was in Arunachal and they used to convert them and they will be giving them some options. I am not naming the religion. And the simple-hearted villagers, they used to say, we don't understand what religion actually they are asking us to practice. We do whatever we think in this way. So that way we are trying to impose our ideas on the people and thinking that, we have converted so many people, and it is wrong thing. That's why Hinduism never appreciated the conversion. It's a transformation. How the transformation will come? By understanding. What they will understand? The truth. What is the truth? This world is temporary. And then why should we unnecessarily hanker for this? And he said there are 3 types of work. What is that? Kayika, Bachika and Manasika. Kayika means physical work. We only think the physical work is the work. Of course it is. When you are going and hurting someone, killing someone, doing something wrong, using my body, Kayika. Then mental, Manasika. Manasika in thoughts also. We are going on thinking in a negative way. I am not thinking my God, I am thinking, those people who are not believing my God, not following my religion, let them be destroyed, let them be punished, let them be. Are you a religious man? Constantly thinking negatively? And on whom you are meditating? Meditating on them whom you hate. On whom you are meditating? And what will happen? When we meditate on something, we will become that. Be careful. You are meditating on them. In the next life, God forbid, I don't want. If you change the camp, then what will happen? So this is the mental, Manushika also issued. And third is the Bachika. This is so important. Through words, we should not hurt anyone. This is called culture. The culture means I should know that in no way I am going to hurt anyone. I should use those words, that will really please people. When I am addressing them, they should love it. This is called culture. If you go to the streets and other places, uncultured people, the way they address the others, everywhere, developed country, developing country, underdeveloped countries, wherever you go, there are people, cultured and uncultured. Cultured people are always very nice way they should behave. Of course, there are sophistications are there, but inside there are some completely different. I am not talking about that. That is the so-called civilized way of behaving. We don't want that. It should be whatever we think in the mind, that should be on our body and also in the word. So the three things should be clear. So this physically, mentally, and through words we are working. And we should be careful. If by mistake I hurt someone, that the pain that the person got or suffering will come back to me. Of course it will come back. So one must be very, very careful. And then three different types of karma, three ways of karma, and three different types of karma. They say karma, action, akarma, inaction, and bikarma, forbidden action, which I am not supposed to do. If I do that, that is bikarma. That is really very bad. I don't know sometimes where from all these messages. Nowadays, if you open and you have a smartphone, then you will get all these messages. Good, bad, it comes. I saw someone has saying, a person, he saw that there is the waterlogged area and the hole and the manhole, the cover is half open. He was supposed to be fall into that. Then he saw that. Then he looked around, and his eyes brightened, thinking, "Let me have other people suffer." So he removed it was half. That was also dangerous. He removed the whole cover, and he was waiting in a distance. Why let people come and fall into that ditch? Because it is water, people won't be able to notice that. This is called bikarma. This is a papa karma, sinful act. Maybe for fun he was doing that movie that they have seen, maybe for fun, but this is bikarma. When I am doing some action that will create problem for others, even if you know, of course in this country people are very systematically they do, because the population is less, you can do that. But even then, if you go to the Hindu temples, I have noticed they have the right place. Racks are there, but people don't have the patience to place the shoes on a proper place. It takes a minute or a fraction of a minute. You can just put, but no, they will just leave that there, and there will be all the shoes and 300 people assembled in one place. Can you imagine how many shoes will be there? 600. So obviously, they all mixed up and all that, and they are all religious people. They have gone over there to listen to the religious discourse, but creating problem for others. When a person come back, he couldn't find his shoe and all this. This is all bikarma. Akarma, inaction, they will be, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna found, just passing away time. They will be gossiping, sitting, playing cards, all like that. They are not doing anything which is really helpful, neither for himself or herself and for others. But real karma is that when we do that, and that as swadharma, whatever the responsibility I have taken, I must do that. And in ancient India, even today, there are 4 groups: intellectuals, then those who are courageous, those who are economically, they can understand economy and can help the business, and of course the labor force. So Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Whatever the work I do very clearly and nicely, and then I am free. In this country, in America, this is really very good. One lady used to come, she used to come and clean our toilets, bathrooms, and the all places. And very nicely she will do that, then wash her hands and everything fresh. She will be coming and sitting in the temple, meditating and praying like all others. Then when there are food, she will also go and take a seat and will talk to other people. No differences. That should be the idea. I do my swadharma, but then why should you hate me? This we have to understand. The societies, they are not understanding this. Swami Vivekananda said, each is great in his own place. When we are talking about this, we have to also understand the practical problems in some of the places, some of the societies. Even today, they will never allow the people who are doing cleaning the bathroom and others to come inside the room. Forget about entering into the temple or shrines. Are they truly doing right religious thing? Wrong. Swami Vivekananda, he is like Shankaracharya, he is again re-established the Hinduism in the modern times. Re-established, all alone, that young man. And he said, each is great in his own place. A king can mend, a king can rule the country, and a cobbler can mend a shoe. King doesn't know how to mend a shoe, and cobbler may not be able to rule the country. He doesn't know administration. But each is great in his own place. When that idea will come, then you are a spiritual person. Start your journey after that. When you are hating people just because of their work and they are helping you in the society, just because they are doing that type of work and you made that filthy things and they cleaned it, and for that you don't allow them, and you are thinking that you are a Brahmana, you think that you will go inside the temple and you will get God realization. I don't know. God bless you. But when we are understanding the religion in the light of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, very clear. I read again, fulfill your worldly duties and also think of God. He is not mentioning Brahmanas or Vaishyas or Shudras or the upper caste or lower caste. Everyone, whatever the duties that you do, whatever the worldly duties you have, you must perform and then think of God. So I know one, that Indian soldier, he is so devoted, and he always thinks, when I was thinking that don't you feel that you are spending time so far away from your family? Nahi Swamiji, in Hindi he used to say, Nahi Swamiji, Bhagwan hai na saath mein, itne sare dost to hain and Bhagwan to hai hi hai. So that confidence, God is with me. So Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha, ordinary people they are performing. It is possible to perform, and that is the modern way of practicing religion. This is the Karma Yoga. That's why Swami Vivekananda introduced Karma Yoga, which was taught by Sri Krishna 3,000, 4,000 years before. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also is mentioning this. And Dizo's father will be mentioning. We will continue this thing. Friends, we learn today from Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna that we must understand what actually we like to get as a spiritual seeker. If it is a blessings from God so that I am protected, it is different. If it is just curiosity to know, it is different. If you are completely blind about it and like to enjoy the worldly life, no question. We are not discussing about you. But if you are genuinely seeking the spiritual life, then understand actually what we are going to realize. And then you have to do the karma. Without karma, you cannot survive. When you are blinking, that is also karma. And the karma we are performing in through three different ways: bodily, mentally, and through words. Be careful. And finally, whatever we do, offer it to God, just that. Whatever the responsibility you have accepted, adopted, don't think about others. Let them be happy. I am also happy performing my action. And always remember God. Any problem, any complaint, talk to God. Believe Him that He is always with you. You just whisper or mentally you talk. God will listen to it because He is there. Have that faith. If you have faith in Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's teaching, have faith that God is there, always with us. Thank you, friends. We will continue in the next Wednesday.
So the first question is from SPM Mukherjee. He is asking how to know if your bhakti is growing, how to understand if our prayers to Thakur and Ma are being listened to and answered.
So, whether your bhakti is developing or not is very easy to understand. You can judge yourself. Do you truly think about God all the time? And suppose you have gone to visit a nice place, and the moment you enter into that, the beautiful scenario, immediately you remember, oh, my beloved, if he was with me, or she was with me, or my grandchildren, they like this type of food so much, don't you? If you are a grandfather or a father, or you are thinking in that way, we always think, my very close person, when I find something to share with him or her, do you like really feel anything that you see beautiful? Oh God, if the Thakur could see it, Mother could see it. Do you feel like that? Or in thing that you are going to eat, do you offer mentally to God first? Anything you do you remember that God, whomever you like? That shows your devotion increasing. And you are not hating others, criticizing others, that your devotion is increasing. Your prayer will be answered if it is genuine. It is for sure, it is not my words, Thakur's word. But your prayers will be answered if it is genuine and if it is not going to harm anyone. Suppose, we know in the life of Mother, one lady told, Mother, please bless your son, that means her husband, so that his income increases. What my son does? He is a doctor, she said. Then the mother, smilingly she said, oh, I cannot do that. Then my other children will suffer. Because if there is no patient, how the doctor will earn? So I cannot bless in that way. So this is also, you have to understand, our prayer should be genuine, and we are really, really praying to the God, the Mother, and prayer will be answered. If it is not, there is some other planning is there, and good for it. Thank you.
Anjali is asking, in this worldly sansar, it's full of duties. but unfortunately we cannot perform some of them timely. Do we commit a sin or wrong by not doing everything?
No, Anjali, I don't think so. At whatever. See, if you are genuine, sincere, trying your best, but not getting the time or opportunity to perform one or two, then don't think that that is wrong. No, it is not. It is not at all. I have seen the children, they are here in America thinking about their parents and constantly talking with them every day, morning and evening, and thinking how to bring the parents over here or to send some money, but they cannot go because of and at present, in the present day world, the economical situation, social situation is completely different. So obviously in that, your love and genuineness, that counts, not the physical presence. Thank you.
There is a Bengali question. You want to read one? Hemalata Lashkar.
It is very difficult. মহারাজ, যদি এমন হয় এই জগতের কোনো কিছুতে মন রাখতে ইচ্ছা করছে না, ভালো লাগছে না, ইচ্ছা করছে শুধু ঠাকুরের নামটা করতে পারলে শান্তি হয়, তখন কি করব? They are asking that I think that I should go on repeat the name of God, and other things I don't like, go on repeating the name of God. Who stopped you? But at the same time, perform your worldly duties too. Just now we are reading from Gospel, and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna very clearly within the quotation, the Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, perform your worldly duties. Suppose you are a teacher and you have to go to the school to teach your mother. As mother you have to, as a wife you have to perform whatever the responsibilities that you have accepted, do that happily, and whenever you are alone, talk to mother, talk to Sri Ramakrishna, talk to your God and say, so I couldn't remember you at that moment because I was engaged in that action. Give me an opportunity so that I can only take your name and I can get complete fulfillment. Time will come, situation will come, you will get that opportunity, and for sure. Now, whatever the actions and responsibilities, perform that. Along with that, take the name of God. Thank you.
Pragna is asking, having in teaching profession in India, which is now completely marks related, not knowledge based, even from management and from parents' side, how do I offer myself and this work as my prayer to God?
It is true, Pragna. I don't clearly understand the problem that you are mentioning, and maybe, but whatever. Suppose you are in administration side in the school, that is different. Suppose you are teaching a subject, and maybe nowadays, all the exams are tick oriented. You need not to write anything. So accordingly, you have to teach them what to do. You have to learn in that way. You have to teach in that way, and whenever there is an opportunity to teach the whole thing of your choice, of your likings, try to do that. There are some other opportunities are also there, and the social work, as they say, and then if it is possible, you can get yourself join with them and can help them. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the wonderful questions and very intelligent questions. But we should not forget the teachings that we learn every Wednesday from Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. And this knowledge is Veda. So this Veda, this knowledge will give us ultimate happiness. So let us chant this mantra and conclude. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidyam tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.